Self-discovery on the way. Reflect, reset, be your best. Join the quiz, it's not a test. Feel the light, embrace the dawn. Empowerment is going strong. Daily lesson quiz, hooray! What did we learn today? Join the fun, let's all play. Reflect, reset, rise today. Morning gods, we shine so bright. Wisdom flowing pure insight. Soars through God's words, they lift us high. New beginnings reach the sky. Every moment take it in. Start anew, let's begin. From the dawn to the night, together we ignite. Daily lesson quiz, hooray! What did we learn today? Join the fun, let's all play. Reflect, reset, rise today.
Good morning, and welcome to First Light Reflections, your weekday guide to self-discovery and empowerment, where each sunrise brings you and I a new chance to reflect, reset, and create the best version of ourselves. How is everyone doing on this fine Friday preparation day morning? Guess what day it is? Friday. Friday. Good morning. Sam, wishing everyone a happy Friday right out of the gate. Good morning, Jay. What's going on, Jay? 15G back in the building. Good morning, Michelle. So glad to see you. Mama B, glad to see you here. Hope you're feeling well on this preparation day. Family, Proverbs, man, our devotional text this week, is it just me? Or has it really been pouring into us this week? Our devotional text really laying some foundations and uncovering some things. Is it just me? Or did you guys think the same things? Man, Proverbs is not letting up this week. Well, guess what? It rounds us out today with the same vigor, with the same zeal, mercy. So maybe it'll go light on us next week. I don't know. But, we'll see. Good morning, Burton. Good morning. Glad to see you, family. And before we dive in, let us remember, as we enter this time of reflection, let us remember to yield our hearts to the Lord. Why? Because seeking his kingdom and his purpose above all else is what transforms us. So let us take a moment to do things decent and in order. All right? Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for the wisdom that's been imparted upon us this week, giving us another chance also this morning to come back and to partake more and more of your word. As we learned yesterday about our words, how they feed others, they either nourish or starve others. So may this knowledge that we've taken in this week become wisdom that we take to nourish others, Father God, to nourish others with the living water, with the food that truly feeds their soul, Lord. We ask that you tabernacle with us on this preparation Friday morning, and may you be glorified in Jesus' name. Amen. Let us not delay, family, whether you're here live in the chat, watching on YouTube, out in the foyer with my number one usher, Florence, who I know will take care of you. Maybe you're joining us over on Facebook, or maybe you're just sliding in to catch the replay. That's all right. Either way, I'm excited you're here today because this is your community, your space to reflect and grow. So let us shine together as lights in this much needed world. Light is much needed. And Michelle says, yes, very powerful. Okay. I thought, man, maybe I'm just, seeing too much here. Maybe it's just me overlooking it. But no, Michelle says very powerful. These lessons this week, the devotional text, we kind of broke it down in twos this week, each of the passages that we went through. But nonetheless, short verses, to the point verses, but a lot of knowledge packed in them. So as we go through today's, looking at verses 23, we got a bundle today. Pack your bags, get all your hydration, get everything that you need. We have a plethora, as they say. Today, we will be still in Proverbs chapter 10, but we're looking at verses 23 through 32. Yes. So we have quite a bit. Come on, coach, get your head in the game. Quite a bit of ground to cover as we look at your actions are exposing you. Mercy. Let us not delay, because your actions expose your heart. As we jump right into it, you don't have to tell people who you are. Why? Because they can see it. You say you want wisdom, but are your choices showing it? Do our choices reflect the fact that we want wisdom? Right? We say that we love God, but do our actions truly prove that? Because wisdom and foolishness both have receipts. One leads to life, joy, and righteousness. The other, regret, destruction, and also distance from God. Now, many people pray for wisdom day in and day out, but still continue to make foolish choices. And then wonder, man, why do I always feel like I'm in a battle? Why are things always going wrong, right? It's not the enemy. It is not the enemy. It's your own decisions that are working against you, plain and simple. So that's why today we're breaking down and going through Proverbs chapter 10, verses 23 through 32. Good morning, Charlotte. Glad to see you, my friend. Are you guys ready? Let me know before we take off. I don't want to take off too fast and leave anybody. I think we got everybody in the, I'll keep your hands and feet inside the ride at all times, and make sure that you take anything with you, any property, any belongings left behind will become the property of Just Tornado Ministry. Or you can get it back for a small fee. I just play. All right, family, let's go. Because whether we realize it or not, our actions are telling the truth about who we really are. And even think about it. You've met someone, but we try and convince ourselves, no, that's not what I'm seeing. No, I don't think that's what they meant. Have we not? Have we not? Come on, family. Put a thumbs up, hands up in the chat. We are the ones that convince ourselves when their actions, when their words are clearly showing who they are, but we refuse to believe. Oftentimes, in the beginning, there's nothing that no one can do or say to convince us otherwise, even though deep down inside we already know. So why would it be any different for our reflection to others, that our actions are telling the truth about who we really are? So that brings us right into our question of the day. Are your actions proving wisdom, or are they exposing foolishness? Our devotional text is lengthy this morning, family. So we're going to break it down step by step, and we're going to start with verse 23. To do evil is like a sport to a fool, but a man of understanding has wisdom. Starting out with verse 23. So it's telling us to do evil is like sport to a fool. So fools don't just sin, they enjoy it. They treat wrong choices like it's a game. But a man of understanding has wisdom. So a wise person doesn't play with sin. They see it for what it is and do whatever they can. They see it for what it is and avoid it. Right? But a man of understanding has wisdom. So you ever see people or know people that just love drama, who stir up chaos just for fun? Just for fun, because I can't say they don't have nothing better to do. They make the choice not to do anything else, right? But they love to stir up drama, stir the pot. And it's almost like they just live and breathe for mess. Just to be messy constantly. And that's because foolishness is entertaining to a fool. They don't take their actions seriously. But a wise person, they understand actions have consequences, and they don't make decisions based on emotions, impulses, or peer pressure. So let me ask, right? Do you take your actions seriously? Or are you playing games with your future? Not just the future of tomorrow, maybe next month if we're blessed, or the month after, or the beginning of 2026 if we're blessed, but your eternal future. Are you playing games with your future? Verse 24, we roll right into it. The fear of the wicked will come upon him, and the desire of the righteous will be granted. What's this saying to us, family? The fear of the wicked will come upon him. Foolish people bring their own worst fears to life. That's exactly what this passage is revealing. The fear of the wicked will come upon him. Foolish people bring out their own worst fears. They bring them to life all on their own. They don't need no help. And the desire of the righteous will be granted. Those who walk in wisdom and righteousness will receive God's favor. That's it, Vanessa. It will catch up with them. Their own worst fears. You know when you're doing something and you're like, man, I hope I don't get caught. Well, you already know you're going to get caught because it says the fear of the wicked will come upon them. It will catch up with us. That very thing, man, I really don't, it always catches up with us. Those seeds that we plant, those seeds that we sow, remember in the beginning part of this week, and yesterday we really rounded out and talked about how the seeds that we plant, the words, they come to harvest. So what are the fruits that come from them? Right? Do we take our actions seriously? Or are we playing games with our eternal future? Because fear is a magnet. What we dwell on, we tend to draw towards us. What we entertain, we empower. For the wicked, their greatest fear becomes their reality because they refuse to simply walk in wisdom. They plant seeds of recklessness and then have the audacity, the unmitigated wherewithal, as my grandma would say, then act shocked when destruction grows from those seeds that were planted. How did this happen? Why is everyone upset with me? Why does my life look this way? Listen, sir, ma'am, you planted those seeds. Yes, you did. But I don't understand what happened, right? They fear getting exposed, but keep making shady and shisty decisions. They fear losing everything, but continue to play with fire. And then when it falls apart, right? It wasn't bad luck. It was a consequence. The harvest came to fruition, right? But the righteous, they walk in wisdom. They align their desires with God. And guess what? In turn, he grants them favor. Their prayers don't hit a ceiling because their hearts are in the right place. There's a video that's on the channel. I don't know. I'm going to try to remember to go back and link it in this part. And it's a study that I did on useless prayers. Useless prayers. You say, Tori, ain't no such thing as a useless prayer, want to bet? Yes, there is. Their prayers, right? The prayers of the righteous don't just boom, hit the ceiling and fall back down because their hearts are in the right place. Their steps are ordered because they're not out here chasing destruction constantly. They don't have to live in paranoia because they built a life on truth and not lies. So I have to ask, family, are you moving in wisdom or setting yourself up for your worst fears? Because remember, what we cultivate will eventually catch up with us. And guess what? We can't outrun the harvest, no matter how fast we try and run. Let's look at verses 25 and 26. When the whirlwind passes by, the wicked is no more, but the righteous has an everlasting foundation. As vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes, so is the lazy man to those who send him. Wow, it's a mouthful there. What's all that saying? Somebody break that down for me. Y'all help me this morning. Somebody help me. What is it saying? When the whirlwind passes by, the wicked is no more, but the righteous has an everlasting foundation. As vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes, so is the lazy man to those who send him. Yeah, y'all gonna have to help me with this one. Y'all gonna teach coach this morning. What's this saying? Saying, Mama B, Vanessa, class. I'm stuck. Y'all help me. When the whirlwind passes by, the wicked is no more. Hard times wipe out those who have built their lives on sin. Plain and simple. But the righteous has an everlasting foundation. The wise stand firm because their life is built on God. Michelle says, I don't know, verse 26. Can't help you with that one. Vanessa says, wickedness won't always last. Right? But the righteous has an everlasting foundation. The wise stand firm because their life is built on God. But the wicked, hard times are going to wipe out those whose lives are built on sin. As vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes. You know what? This right here is describing pain, discomfort, irritation. Think about, have you ever been grilling and you put just a tad too much, lighter fluid, or you put too many of the, what do you call them, the wood chips? And you're like, oh my goodness. Your eyes are burning, smoke to the eyes. This is irritation. This is discomfort. Vinegar to the teeth, as much as you love, as good as they are. Those salt and vinegar chips, whoever did those just need to be punched because they know you can't just eat one. Anybody else like those things? The salt and vinegar, and you put them in your mouth, and but then you go right back in the bag, and you get another one, and then you go to eat something. Try eating some fruit right after. It's discomfort to the teeth because of the vinegar that was just in the chips. Michelle said, "Yuck, I don't like them chips." Man, I tell you, this describes pain, discomfort, irritation. Charlotte says, no. Jay say, yep. See, Jay know I'm talking about them chips, man. I tell you, they get you. They are. And the kettle cooked ones, man. Make sure I ain't muted myself. The kettle cooked ones, ooh-wee. And you just put, damn. It's discomfort. So is the lazy man to those who send him. This one, come on, family. This one's an easy one. Lazy people are a burden to everyone who relies on them. That's exactly what it's saying. Said the Bible said, yep, the Bible said it. Lazy people are a burden to everyone who relies on them. See, family, life will test what we're built on. When storms come, they don't take everybody out. Just the ones with no foundation. That's why the wicked crumble under pressure. They build lives on deception, on greed, and shortcuts. Then act surprised when everything collapses. Right? They never had a foundation, just a facade. But the righteous, they don't just survive the storm. They stand firm through it. Kind of reminds me of this week's lesson that we've been studying out. Because their life isn't built on hype or emotion or the newest thing that's trending. It's built plain and simple on truth. And laziness, let's talk about it. It's not just about avoiding work. It's about avoiding responsibility. A lazy person doesn't just inconvenience themselves. They also drain everyone that's around them. Have you ever dealt with someone that makes an excuse for everything, has a justification and excuse for everything? They can't follow through, always unreliable. It's exhausting, right? Is it not? It's exhausting. That's why wisdom breeds discipline. The wise don't just talk about doing better. They put in the work. They don't crumble under pressure because they've been building something that's real. They stand firm. So here's our question. When the storm hits, will you be standing or will you be swept away? Man, I told y'all Friday wasn't letting us up on us. The week started us out. And Friday no different as we make our way through to verse 32. It's not letting up. Because the answer, family, the answer to this isn't in what we say. It's in what we are building. Now, the ending of our devotional text for Proverbs 10, verses 27 through 20, come on, coach, 27 through 32, sums up, it sums it up clearly. Wisdom versus foolishness. The fear of the Lord prolongs days, but the years of the wicked will be shortened. The hope of the righteous will be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked will perish. The way of the Lord is strength for the upright, but the destruction will come to the workers of iniquity. The righteous will never be removed. Come on now. Where else is this confirmed for? Somebody put it in the chat. Where else in Scripture is this verse confirmed for us? The righteous will never be removed, but the wicked will not inhabit the earth. The mouth of the righteous brings forth wisdom, but the perverse tongue, will be cut out. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable and pleasing unto God, but the mouth of the wicked, what is perverse. A lot going on there. These verses contrast wisdom and foolishness in every area of life. Verses 27 through 32. It's a clear contrast of wisdom versus foolishness in any and every area. Wisdom prolongs life, but foolishness cuts it short. The righteous will stand, but the wicked will perish. Wisdom brings joy, while foolishness invites fear and destruction. Now, wisdom isn't just about knowing the right thing, family. It's also, as we've learned, about doing it. And that's where many people fall off. Most people. Everyone wants God's favor, long life, and stability. But not everyone wants to do what it takes to get there. Like everyone says, I want to be successful. I want this. But are you willing to do what it takes to get there? Yesterday I've had a long week. Every day's been Friday for me this week. And I tell y'all, and that worked out great too. I did a little experiment this week. I said every day is going to be Friday till Friday really comes. It worked out wonderful. But yesterday's Friday. I said, man, about to take my shower after I finish working. I'm laying down. But you know what? A friend of mine popped by, and talked with me for a few minutes. But then after that, I said, Natora, you have goals. You have things that you want to achieve. Do you want to lay down and then complain tomorrow? Man, I'm not where I want to be. Or do you want to push through a little bit more? Because everyone wants it, but are you willing to do what it takes to get there? So I said, you know what, self? Myself said, I said, we about to go in here and we're going to finish and we're going to get all our accounts. We're going to do our reconciling early. We're not going to wait till the end of the month. And myself said, we're going to do what? I said, yep, self, that's exactly what we're going to do. And myself said, and I made me and self sit there and we reconciled our bank statements for the business and for the ministry. And we got everything in and in order. Yes, we did. We cleared out email. Yes, we did. Success, family. Everyone wants it. Everyone wants goals. There's things to attain, but are you willing to do what it takes in order to get there? There we go, Vanessa. They wait upon the Lord, and the Lord shall renew their strength. They will rise up on wings as eagles. They shall walk and not be weary. It's another verse in there too that confirms what we read, where it says let's go. Let me go back here. Where's it at? The righteous will never be removed, but the wicked will not inhabit this earth. There's another one in there, in between Daniel and Revelation. It's in there. I know y'all know where it's at. The righteous will never be removed, but the wicked will not inhabit the earth. I'll wait. I know it's going to pop up in here, right? We want the benefits of wisdom, but at the same time, while still flirting with foolishness. One foot on the bank, one in the river. Man, we got to make a choice. But here's the truth. We can't walk in wisdom and continue to entertain destruction at the same time. As Vanessa said the other day, time draweth nigh. For we know not the time of the hour. Foolishness has an expiration date, family. It might feel good now, but it always ends the same. Trust me on that. Remember, I have 2 PhDs. Probably have done it. Probably had it done to me. Regret, consequences, and wasted time will always be the results. We can't outrun it. And wisdom, it's not about luck. It all comes down to simple choices. What choices did we make? So here's the real question. Are we setting ourselves up for a future that we can stand on, or one that will crumble under pressure? Because wisdom builds, foolishness destroys. And at the end of the day, it's each one of us individually that will have to live in the results of the choices that we make. The enemy knows how to twist the truth just enough to keep us comfortable in compromise. You know what? That rascal comes in and he whispers, "Oh, you're just being human." What does that translate to? Don't even try and do better. No one else is. Nobody's perfect. What does that translate to? Oh, just keep making the same excuses. Keep making it. Keep making it. He says, well, at least you're not as bad as them. How many times has yourself said, guess what? How many times has yourself told you this? Well, at least you're not as bad off as they are. So what does that do? That translates to justify your own sin by comparing it to someone else's. Well, at least you aren't as bad as they are. Come on now. When Jesus comes feet down on the Mount of Olives, there's another one in there. There's another one that clearly outlines that the righteous, you good. You good. But the wicked will be no more. It alludes to and says something like will be stubble. But the righteous, the meek, shall inherit. It's bringing some, yeah, like, oh, yeah. I saw like, yeah. There we go. Family, God, he says, Satan comes in and says, God is patient. Just take your time. Take your time. So Satan tries to convince you that procrastination, procrastinate. Take your time on being obedient. Take as long as you want. He says, it feels right. What could be wrong with it? What does this translate to? Let your emotions be your guide instead of wisdom. He says, you've been through a lot. You deserve this. So that translates to use your pain as an excuse. That's going to use your pain. Use your trauma as an excuse just to make bad and foolish choices. You've been through a lot. You deserve this. That's the justification that he gives us. Let me see. Vanessa says 10. Let me take a look. I'm going to take a look. 10, 30, and 32. I'm going to have to take a look. Where's saying that? Satan says, you'll change when you're really ready. That means you just stay stuck. You stay stuck until it's too late. You'll change when you're really ready. Translation of that, just stay stuck. All right. But here's the truth. Your actions preach louder than your words. That's what our text covers. Let me take a look. Boo, boo, boo. Where we at? Yeah, I got time. My secretary, she fired over there this morning. I don't know what she over there doing. Probably out there running around in the yard somewhere. Let me see. I got this. Why not just pull the keyboard closer, right? Instead of trying to stretch over there. Right? She fired, Jay. She fired. I'm looking for it. Got one. No excuses. No excuses, Sandra. No excuses. I got it. You remember that hot and cold game, Charlotte? You warm. You real warm. Remember we used to play the game hot, 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 cold, cold, cold. There you go, Charlotte. You warm, boy. You on fire. You're almost on fire. And there it is. Revelations 10:30 through 32. The righteous will never be removed, but the wicked will not inhabit the earth. That's our text there. But we want I'm gonna find this. Since my secretary out there uh running around throwing balls with dogs and stuff this morning. Y'all see this? Charlotte, you need a job. I just you can be saying it's back up. I was looking for it. I got this. There we go. There we go. We got one there. Actually, I don't even know if that'll all fit. Revelation 21, verses 7 and 8. Good morning, Jessica. Good morning. Good morning. There's one there that proves our text. You know, it's so many to choose from. She said in the color purple. It's so many. What else gonna do? I don't know if they'll all fit in there. But yeah. Revelation 20, verses 12 through 15. And I saw the dead, small and great, standing before God. And the books were open. And another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged according to their works by the things which were written in the books. And anyone not found written in the book of life was cast into the fire. Fire. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, yeah, family. Our actions are exposing us. But here's the truth, though. You know, as we said, our actions preach louder than our words. They'll always speak. We can say that we're growing, but if we keep making the same reckless choices and we think we're fooling others, but we're only lying to ourselves. You know, so what are some solutions as we look at this for walking in wisdom? Evaluate our actions, plain and simple. Self-reflection, evaluating our actions. Do they align with wisdom or with foolishness? Taking responsibility. Wise people, as hard as it is, wise people own their mistakes and grow from them. Taking responsibility, saying, you know what, my bad, that was my fault. And being humble enough to say, I'm sorry. Pray for wisdom. James chapter 1 verse 5 tells us what? If any of you lack, what? Any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God. Right? Let's also look at using the second watch of the night, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. It's the watch of alignment and instruction. It's also known as the watch of wisdom, believe it or not. And this is the time when God downloads wisdom and guidance into his people. If you've been making foolish choices, this is an opportune time when you pray for direction. Ask God to reveal any foolish areas in your life. Remember I say, Be ready. Be ready when you say, Lord, search me, oh God. Be ready for whatever he brings to remembrance, whatever he brings to light, because he always does. Actions are thoughts in motion. Come on, Lee. When we ask God to reveal those things, be ready. Pray for wisdom to align your actions with his will. Surrender any patterns of bad decision making. Right? We don't just stumble into wisdom. We have to intentionally and actively choose it. And the truth is, God has been trying to get your attention. The question is, are you actually listening? How many times have you ignored that gut feeling? How often have you dismissed wise advice just simply because, oh, I don't want to hear that. It wasn't what you wanted to hear. I knew I used to a lot. How many bad decisions have you justified with the words, I'll get it together later, only to find yourself in the same cycle, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. How many times have you justified with that? I'll get it together later, or I'll eventually get it together. But then what happens? You find yourself in that same cycle over and over again. Wisdom isn't a mystery. It's available. But we have to be willing to seek it and to apply it. But also to align ourselves with it. And this is why the second watch, the watch of wisdom, this time is crucial, family. This is the time when instruction is released. But if we're too distracted, too stubborn, or too caught up with our own way, it can easily be missed. We don't have to stay. You don't have to stay in those cycles. You don't have to keep repeating the same mistakes. But if you want to break free, you have to be willing to move differently. So here's the next step, right? If you're really wanting to align your life with wisdom, start using the prayer watches strategically. Start using them strategically and understanding them. Right? Grab yourself a copy of the Prayer Watch ebook. It walks you through these steps. It gives clear guidance, right? Don't just hear this word and walk away and go through this upcoming weekend doing the same things over and over again. Don't just hear our devotional text this week, right? Be a doer, not just a hearer of the word. Take it, apply it, align with it. Make the intentional choice to live by it. Because wisdom isn't just something that we know. It has to be something that we walk in, family. Right? We've seen what happens when wisdom leads. And we've also seen what happens when it doesn't. Right? We've learned that our choices will always expose whether we're walking in wisdom or playing with foolishness. Right? So now it's time to look at what we've learned, because wisdom isn't just about hearing the truth. Again, it's about applying it. As we wrap out our devotional text for this week, I did not tell you, our devotional text today definitely did not disappoint as it rounded out a week of strong knowledge. Let's go, family.
In the morning, light so bright, it's the first light reflections quiz time. Tornado leading the way with God's wisdom. Let's start the quiz and seize the day.
Let's go.
All right, family, here we go. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 23 says that fools treat sin like a sport. Is this true or is this false? Come on, Charlotte. She says it's time to raid the quiz, David Hunt. She said it's time to raid the quiz. Come on, they go look at 15G throwing them up. Delisa gonna be like, man, she asked about you yesterday, Jay. She been missing her 15G. Y'all said true. Good morning, G. Albert. That is true. Fools don't just sin, they enjoy it. Right? Our devotional text started us out that fools treat sin like it's a sport. All right. The fear of the wicked will come upon, strengthen, confuse, or leave him. Fill it in, family. The fear of the wicked will come upon, strengthen, confuse, or leave him. What say you? I like that one. Oh, thank you. Now the assistant's on duty. Look at the Blue Letter Bible. Download the app. It has a breakdown of the scriptures. Going with one, the fear of the wicked will come upon. Let's see. That's exactly what our devotional text said. The fear of the wicked will come upon him, which clearly outlined for us a fool's choices lead to their own worst fears. All right. What happens to the wicked when storm comes? They are swept away. They become stronger. They are protected or they prosper. Not what it seems like. Now, what happens to the wicked when storm comes? A, B, C, or D. Swept away, become stronger. They are protected or they prosper. Lisa MD, good morning. Good morning. This is my second time here. I really enjoyed the first program that I saw. You know, family, how we do. Give Lisa a warm welcome. We are so glad to have you with us here. So glad to have you with us. We are here each weekday morning, Monday through Friday, 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. You're part of the family now. Come in, make yourself at home. That's it. Giving a nice hearty welcome. That's it, family. Did you choose A? They are swept away. Foolishness has no lasting foundation. It's always exposed. The righteous have no lasting foundation. Is this true or is this false? G. Albert says, I'm going with the crew. He went with the crew. He said, I'm going with the crew. The righteous have no lasting foundation. Is this true or is this false? Throw it up, 15G. Boy, she coming in, bam, dunking them. She said, y'all ain't gonna forget who I am. She said, I might have been gone, but I'm coming back to take my spot up here. Oh, man. Y'all crazy for real. Right? That is false, family. Our devotional text, Proverbs chapter 10, verse 25 says, the righteous have an everlasting foundation. And let there be nothing no one can do or say to convince you otherwise, family. All right. As vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes, so is the what? Wise, lazy, powerful, or foolish man to those who send him. Fill it in. Do you remember this one? Fill in the text. As vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes. Remember we were talking about them salt and vinegar chips. And just how much Michelle loves to eat them things. So is the what? Wise, lazy, powerful, foolish man to those who send him. Jay says, y'all gonna listen to Jay? She said lazy. Y'all agree with that? Man, you got him agreeing with you, Jay. Mama B said, well, I think I'm gonna agree with that old girl. Even got David Hunt in on this. Right, Michelle? The sluggards just ain't no good to nobody. That's it. Lazy. Verse 26 of our devotional text says, a lazy person frustrates those who rely on them. And isn't that not the truth? Or as they say, you ain't never lied. According to Proverbs chapter 10, verse 27, what happens to the years of the wicked? They increase. They are cut short, they remain the same, or they turn into blessings. Now, Satan wants to trick you to believe that it's D. But like, look at them being blessed over there, and look at you. You better do what they're doing if you want the same thing. Come on, family. A, B, C, D. David said if Michelle chose false, I'm going with her. Look at here. Come on now. That's it. They are cut short. G. ever said, ain't no guessing that one. Clear and simple. They are cut short. Foolishness. Shorten life. Have you ever heard somebody say, man, they were gone too soon. They went too soon. They went early. No. You know, there is that thing called free will. And sometimes, because of our own foolish choices, the lives of many have been cut short. True or false? Another friend of mine says, sad commentary, but it's true. True or false? The lips of the righteous bring wisdom. True or false? The lips of the real and true righteous bring wisdom. Not the self-righteous. Don't add them. The lips of the righteous bring wisdom. True or false? What say you? Michelle's so sweet. Bless you, sir. I just love me some Michelle, y'all. I do. Who? Name that movie, Charlotte. Charlotte always be knowing my stuff. True or false? Y'all say true. That is true. Righteous words bring guidance and life. All right. The righteous has an everlasting what? Riches, foundation, burden, or curse. Fill it in. Fill in our text. Excuse me. The righteous has an everlasting riches, foundation, burden, or curse. Which one? Let's see. Giabra says life. We got foundation. Let's see. Oh, this what we do? All right, that's it. Wisdom is built to last. The righteous has an everlasting foundation. Man, y'all on it this morning. All right. What is one sign of a fool? They seek wisdom. They ignore correction. They build strong foundations, or they bless others. What is one sign of a fool? Lisa says 2. Hey. So glad to have you here with us, Lisa, MD. Mama B says, I'm going to go with B on that one. Charlotte. Oh, okay. Look at Jay leading the pack. Got everybody in on it. Let's see. Guess what? I agree with y'all this morning. Write it down on this day. Let heaven and earth record that I agree with y'all, right? Fools ignore correction. Fools reject wisdom and repeat mistakes. That's it. All right. Let's bring it on home. Wise people think before acting. Is this true or is this false? Wise people think before acting. And our lesson yesterday and day before taught us that wise people also do what? Think before speaking. True story. If you missed those, go back and catch those parts. Wise people think before acting. Think before speaking. How many times, and I know I'd also, how did it work yesterday? I said, try working on that pause. Did anybody work on the pause yesterday? Just pausing before you responded. Just giving it a few moments to marinate, as they say. It is true. That is indeed true. Wisdom comes from patience and discernment. Amen. Family, did anybody work on that yesterday? Work on the pause. Did you have somebody do or say something that automatically put the pause in you and gave you a second to redirect and say self, and yourself say, Say self, give me some wisdom to respond with. Yeah, I did several times yesterday. Well, it was not inconsiderate. Every day was Friday until today. Yeah, worked out beautifully. Family, wisdom isn't luck. It's not personality. Guess what? And it's also not inherited. It's built. One choice at a time. But you behave now. He says, Trump. My roommate was not home to pause. Today, I'll pause. I love it. Y'all keeping it real. See, that's what's required. Honesty. Michelle said, I'm going to be honest. I didn't have to worry about it yesterday because my roommate wasn't here. But today, I'm going to work on that pause. G. Albert says, yep, Trump put the pause in me a couple of times. Yes, definitely. Every hour, the same way. Don't let Satan get you so frustrated that you forget, no matter what, those are God's children. Whether they be blue, whether they be red, right? There is no side. There is no division in heaven. So don't let Satan get you so upset that you forget those are the people that we need to pray for, right? Telling you, family. That did tickle me, though. Wisdom isn't luck. It's not personality. You can't go out and say, you know what? After I'm done boycotting Target, I'm going to run up here and pick me up some wisdom. No, that's not how any of this works. And here's the truth. You don't get wisdom by just hoping and wishing for it. No, it's not how any of this works. You can't bibbity-bobbity-boo your way into wisdom. Nope, not happening. You don't become wise just because you've been through things. Say and get the Croydon link ready. Experience means nothing. Thank you, Sam. Love you, me friend. Grab that Croydon link for in the morning. You don't just become wise just because you've been through things. Experience means nothing if you refuse to learn. Foolishness, that's easy. It's easy. It's automatic. It's the default mode when you refuse discipline, ignore correction, and let emotions drive your decisions. And the cost, it's always higher than you expected. So let's be real, family. What do our choices say about us? What are they revealing? Does it need a lie detector test? Does it need one? Because our actions will always expose us. No test needed. But wisdom isn't what we claim, right? It's what we live. And remember, family, David said, where's the Croydon link? You know what? I got this. Hang on. Let me grab it for y'all now. For y'all early risers. 4 a.m. my time. 4 a.m. Central Standard Time. For y'all that want to say, let me see what Coach is doing at 4 a.m. in the morning. Y'all think 5:30 a.m. Let me find it. This is where I will be. Sitting on the panel tomorrow with, actually Vanessa's brother will be on this panel with me as well. Yeah, I did. That's what time I said. Let me find it. I'm going to find it. Here we go. I got it. Okay. Remember Joe Pesci? Okay. There we go. That's where I'll be at. 4 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow morning. If you want to come over and say, let's see what Coach is doing. Now, I won't be able to see that you're there until afterwards, in the comments, because on the panel, I'm not able to see. And I don't keep any other devices because I really like to give my full attention and focus, to the study as we're going through it. But if you want to come over, be there in the chat. Give some support. Send your love. I will be on there tomorrow with the one and only Max Burton, Vanessa's brother, as we go through the lesson in the morning. So I would love to see you guys over there. Send your love and support. Remember, that's 4 a.m. This ain't for the week. It's 4 a.m. Central Standard Time. So I don't know what that is for y'all. For some, I know for Regina, that's what, 4, 3, that's 2 a.m. She's behind. Some of y'all, I don't know. Let's see, though. But that's all right, family. Either way, remember, it's time to stop talking about wisdom. Stop just talking about it and start walking in it. But remember the beauty of this. You don't walk this journey alone. God is with us each and every step of the way. All right, fam. Got to get ready to jump out of here. Hopefully, I will see some of you at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. Right? Is that right? Yeah, 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. That's the time. Yep. They'll have a live that's set. You'll see. You can find it. Y'all are good at this. All right. Until then, walk good. Do good. Be good. Tornado, I'm out. Oh, and as they say over there in Malawi, me gone.
Wake up to the sunrise glow. First light reflections, here we go. Torah uses God's wisdom to guide us every day. Self-discovery on the way. Reflect, reset, be your best. Join the quiz, it's not a test. Feel the